Okay, hello everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my Spreaker Studio podcast, Spiritual Sense. I'm also doing the YouTube channel. I will be uploading this video for the YouTube channel. So today is October the 28th. It's a Thursday, and I'm going to do a tarot card reading today. I'm going to begin with the AE weight cards today. This is the AE weight cards. And if you tune in, for those who may be tuning in, I think I'm going to do a podcast, another podcast on spiritual sense. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a updated podcast in regards to Wiccan, the religion of Wiccan. I did this podcast, I want to say last year, when I began to forefront my podcast on the different belief systems and practices amongst the world. And somehow I feel compelled to talk about Wiccan. So I will, once I finish with this, and that's WICCAN. I've known about Wiccan since I was in my, late teens, early 20s. And I read up on it, over the years, and I did a more extensive research on it. I don't know all it is to know about Wiccan, but I did do a more extensive research on Wiccan last year, and I'm going to begin to do that now. So I will have that presentation after I do this tarot card reading, okay? So before I begin with my tarot card reading, I'm going to say a prayer. Father, Supreme Being of all being, I don't know what I'm doing this reading on, but I do feel like it's relevant. And I just noticed that I'm not even using my mic, but I'm using the system mic, and it looks like it is up and running right now. So let me proceed. And again, I do the Celtic cross. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Father, I ask that you give me wisdom, understanding, and knowledge in reference to whatever I'm doing this reading on. Somehow, I am still compelled on this Wiccan, agnostic, and atheist movement right now. I spoke on this in a podcast. I spoke on this in a couple of the tarot card readings, the last a couple of tarot card readings that I did. And so I feel like this message is very pertinent. And reason why I say that is because this is what I'm, believe it or not, this is what I'm doing the reading on right here. This is what the reading is on, the Devil card. Now, as I get more clarity, as I proceed to pull my cards, I would know if that exactly is what it is or not. So I have the barrier or the obstacle is this card. This is the barrier right here. Oftentimes, when I get this card here, it's in relation to alternative. It could be an alternative relationship or a situation that's kind of off, meaning out of the norm. So let's proceed. Card 3. This is where you're trying to get at. This is card 3. I have Knight of Cups. This is what is above the situation of where you're trying to attain. The root of the issue. This is what I have in terms of the root of the issue right here. Okay, so it just came into my spirit what that is. I feel like right now, God, and I hate to always have my podcast to be speaking about the same thing, damnation, oh my gosh, God is unhappy and things like that, because that is not the truth. I do not believe that is the truth, but my focus is on um, that right now. So this is what he has me fixated at right now. I do not feel like he's pleased with a lot of things that are happening. That is, I don't feel like he's pleased with the movement right now. Um, I feel like he is understanding as to why people are turning to things that would be considered alternative, meaning out of the norm, turning to these um, alternate ways of spirituality. But I feel like he's not pleased with it. I honestly do. Okay, so we have here the Queen of Pentacles. Um, it looks like, you know, he's sending warnings. This right here is letting me know, like I've given you warnings. I've given, you know, a lot of people warnings. I'm not too pleased with the agnostic nor the atheist belief, but I am understanding of that, is what I gather from just pulling those 5 cards. Let's proceed to card 6. 9 of Wands. Um, he's letting me know when you're surrounded by a lot of when you are surrounded by a lot of testaments, or you know, being tested and tempted and being surrounded by a lot of demonic spirits, it's understandable that you would want to go to an alternative way of handling this situation. That's understandable. I don't feel like he's pleased with it, but I do feel like he's understanding of it. Because when you handle a situation and you turn the other cheek and you've done everything but besides kiss the ass of the person that you have to be forced to deal with, what other measures do you have to go by? So, Temperance card. This is the attitude. Temperance card. He says, what you're going to have to understand is many of these people are very unhappy with themselves. They're unhappy with themselves. The only thing they want to do is thrive off of your radiance, off of your securities, off of your stability and strength. And when you don't let them in to where they can break you down to make themselves look better, it breaks down the spirit of that superficial demon. Because you will see them, they were there. That's why I put them there. This is why I put them there. Because they long for and hope for the things that you really find to be irrelevant, or you really, you know, don't give much, um, I guess you would, is in a natural sense, people would say unappreciative too. Card 8. So he says this is why we are put in these times. We are put around these people because they want to see you fail. Plain and simple. So he says, I can understand if you choose to go take alternative measures to protect yourself. We know these demons, Like we know, you know, A, B, C, X, Y, Z. We know these demons back and forth. Plain and simple. Card 9. The Magician card. Oftentimes when I get the Magician card, it's in relation to illusion. Like an illusionist. He says, trust and believe it. The Magician card is to show you that it's an illusion, it's a setup. He says they're setting themselves up and they have no clue what I have in store for you. It's a setup. Card 9, I have 9 of Pentacles. He said, I will place signs around you that you will be able to gather and see, and they won't have no notion or inclination as to what that is you're talking about. This is why they feel the need to always want to sit around you, but at the same time, they want to sit and act as though you're not needed or you're worthless. Because they're what? That's how they feel. It's worthless. These are demonic spirits. It's what he says. He says, so this is why I took you through the journey that I took you through, because these people and these demonic spirits are prevalent, are very prevalent. This is a insightful reading, is what this is. It's an insightful reading. See, Satan like the show to be all about him. He wants to be the one that gets the best of the pickings. He wants life to be all about him and her. He said, I'm about to outshow Satan. Is what I'm going to do. Next reading. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. He also mentions to me, he said they're very superficial. The only thing they can talk about is tangible things. He said, I didn't make those tangible things. I allowed man to make those things. They did it under the operation of my spirit. But I assume to let them know that, as they say, beauty fades. That's all you talk about is things. Things can be destroyed and taken away. You can't even trust the ground you stand on. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. We have card 1. Card 1 is what? The 2 of Swords. Peace and harmony. Needing to take the blindfold off. Keep reassuring this situation at hand. So he wants me to keep on speaking on this situation. In other words, he said, I'm not too proud of this agnostic and atheist movement, but I do understand. I do. The barrier is this. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles says, work frustration, hard work needing to be done, either at work or in situations in life. This is the barrier. Laziness. And I'll be one to admit, I'm not going to sit here and make it seem as though I'm perfect, because I'm not. That I do all the right things and I, have all the right answers. I do not. But this is the barrier. That means this is what the barrier is laziness. Pure laziness. Is what that is. He said, I'm killing people for pure laziness. And it's a difference between being lazy. Like we all are lazy at some form of fashion. I'm just going to be honest about it. Sorriness is what is more or less it. It's a difference between being lazy, a procrastinator, and being sorry. And I think we all can be one of the three, or two of the three, or even all of the three, to be honest with you. He said, but this right here is because of pure sorriness. You got laziness. We all get lazy where you don't want to do nothing. You kind of, maybe something going on with you mentally, physically. Then you have procrastination where you get into it, but you don't do it good enough. Then you got pure out sorry. And I'm not talking about, oh, I'm sorry I did that. No, 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 no. I'm talking about won't do anything. Is what I'm talking about. Won't attempt at nothing. No initiative or motivation to the first. Is what I'm getting at. He says a lot of people, let them know that a lot of people are perishing because of sorriness. Now, it's a difference between, again, being lazy and being what? Sorry. Because we all can get bombarded with things that we have to do. But sorriness is horrible sin. It's a horrible sin, is what it is. And I'm not judging nobody, because I'll tell you, I be one to admit I have been sorry a time or two in my day. I have. So I'll be one to admit it. So this is what is above the issue. We have the star card. It says, brightness, hope could bring excesses, to be careful not to become too greedy. Is what it says. Be careful not to become too greedy. So you oftentimes will find that these people and these spirits are very greedy, meaning it's all about them. In other words, it's all about them, and they the only one that matters. What is the root of the issue I have here? The root of the issue, I have Queen of Wands. Woman over 25, green eyes, blonde to red hair, positive, fiery, outspoken. So this is what I have here as the root of the issue. Now you can take that verbatim, or you can take it some other way. But this is what I got right here. I kid you not. I did not handpick these cards. I'm not a shuffler. So this card has come up a couple of times in the last couple of tarot card readings that I did. I did not handpick this card, and I didn't pick it going in card 4. I did not. I will be honest about it. I did not. Card 5. 7 of Swords. Plans, hopes, wish card, highest minor counter. So this let me know that this is a deceitful, manipulative spirit, is what that lets me know. This is what I gather from this card. Anytime you got somebody that's always trying to take it all and everything's about them, you got to watch those type of spirits. They will have your ass killed. Simple as that. Card 6. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups, money fluctuation, being offered something you may not want. So this right here is somebody that is spoiled. He said, tell them that it is spoiled. This is a demonic spirit that is killing people. This is what is killing people. This is why people are transitioning. Tell them that this is what this is. I kid you not. I did not choose. I didn't write these cards. I didn't contact nobody to write these cards. I'm just reading how the cards lay. The attitude. This is number 7. This is the attitude. Queen of Pentacles, woman over 25, dark eyes and dark hair, professional, business, domineering. So this is the thing. They want to intimidate people. They feel the need to intimidate because when a person feels threatened, when they have been falsely put up in a position or falsely put into whatever, they feel the need to want to domineer and intimidate people. When a person feels threatened, this is what they do. Card 8. I have 3 of Swords. Deception, frustration, jealousy, broken heart. Surrounded by jealousy. So I feel like the enemy is dealing with his own demons. So this is what I'm expressing as to what I am dealing with within my own group. So I'm expressing what my demons, the demons that I'm surrounded by, are doing to me. This is what is going on right now. Card 9. Remember, I told you card 9 is what? Hopes, fears, and dreams is what that is. Raising money or salary. So this is somebody who is afraid of their financial situation. Things, tangible things. This is somebody who has sold their soul. That's what that is. Has sold their souls. A person who has sold his soul is always worrying and wondering. It's a constant worry. Because as I mentioned, you have the dark forces that comes about. You have the dark entities and the dark forces that comes about is what it is. Okay, so the outcome I have, young man to 25 needing more confidence. They're insecure. He's letting me know that this is insecurity. That means that this person doesn't feel stable. They don't feel any security. They don't feel stable. It's very competitive is what it is letting me know. It's very competitive. I'm insecure. I'm in a whole bunch of pressure. I don't know my way out. I don't know what I can do to get out. So I'm going to proceed with my third reading, and I feel like it's a continuation of what I'm speaking about in terms of the Wiccan movement, the agnostic movement. Now, hear me out. I don't want to say Wiccan movement, so scratch that, because I say agnostic and atheist. I'm not going to say Wiccan because I don't want to put it on no specific religion. So I say agnostic or atheist movement is what I'm saying. Now you may have some individuals who are in the Wiccan movement who believe those things, but I'm not going to say Wiccan. I'm going to say agnostic, and I'm going to say atheist movement. Okay? Because when I began to do my research on Wiccan, I mentioned in that podcast that the beginnings of Wiccan, the practice of the religion of Wiccan. Do I feel like the person or persons that developed and created the practice of Wiccan had those intentions of it spinning off into what it is today? You know, him or her may not intended it to be that way. But in my professional opinion, I think the core roots of all religion, or at least most religions, was intended for one thing and it spin off into something else. Is what I think. So with the introduction of manipulation, confusion, and selfishness, I think a lot of these religions have taken off into a direction that the core roots did not intend it for it to be. And they twisted it and they twarped it to their likings and to their benefit. Trust and believe it. The people that are the core believers, they're keeping the covenant. I think that's what a lot of the covenant is, like the true gospel or the true knowledge of what was being revealed is kept in sacred um lockboxes, so to speak. So when you get out here and play church and all this other stuff, and I don't intend to play church at all, these people know when you are full of it. They do. They have ways of tapping into your personal business to know if I'm dealing with somebody. So it's the spirit will let you know what their capabilities are in this time and space and in the physical sense. So what I mean by that is internet searches, background checks, uh, character witnesses. The same thing that you see are being done in a lot of these justice rooms and courtrooms and stuff. That's how they are able to what gather and gain insight and information. So you